of getting your body to and mind connection to work better. It really helps your mind with memory, with critical thinking, with more patience, just kind of helping your mind to feel stronger and hopefully more better memory, better thinking through your day. Balance is a big part of it. You wouldn't think so, but it really does affect your whole body. Being off balance or not being able to stand on one leg or the other really does affect the way our mind and connection and our neurons, all the messaging in our brain works. So we're going to work on everything in yoga, the breathing, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can with each breath through this next like 20 to 25 minutes. So just nice and easy. When we're standing, we're pressing our feet down, almost like the trunks of a tree, the roots, not digging in with your toes, but just pressing down gently. And as you're doing that, your vertebrae, you can feel kind of just stretch out one by one through the crown of your head, and then relax your shoulders. So you feel that pressing down gently. You feel the head and neck reaching up, shoulders relaxed and back. So anytime we're standing or seated, we can pull our cheeks back a little so we're sitting on our sits bones and also nice and tall upright. Most of the class today, all of it I mean, is going to be done standing. So we're going to do also, besides breathing, we're going to fill in as we breathe, filling in through the nostrils, keeping our mouth closed, warming, moistening that air as it comes all through the body, moving that blood, everything going together, getting every system in your body working. So in and out through the nostrils, lower abdominals and stomach as we're breathing. And then the balancing, gently pressing down, reaching up gently. And also with yoga, there's forward bends. So you get shorter in the front, longer stretch up the back. Then backward bends. The front stretches out at the back. As we're bending, our back bend is shortening up, strengthening. So you get that forward and back bend. Also, you get twist either side to side or side to side this way in different ways to really, again, line up your body, help you to become feeling that a more balanced feeling kind of in your muscles, bones, ligaments, joints, just your whole body feeling hopefully a little better. No pain is allowed. So as we're breathing, filling up lower abdominals, breathing in and out through the nostrils, that is so much the core of yoga, that breathing, that anaerobic. Aerobics is when you're jumping, moving, you're getting your blood flow going. Anaerobic is a little more slower. It's just bringing the oxygen in through the deep breaths that you're doing. In meditation, yoga, just relaxation ones, that anaerobic is still bringing in so much oxygen to work better in your body. So today I just have, I just brought a chair, and you can use the chair or not. The reason I'm doing the chair is if you think of this like a countertop, countertops are usually a little higher, but I'll kind of do it like I've got the back of the chair, and my other shorter chair I use sometimes would work better. But if you think of this as a countertop, kind of usually about a little higher than hip waist height, or you take your phone and do this, hold it and do this while you're hanging onto a countertop or the back of a chair sometimes work, but again, that can wobble a little, like even this one can. But we'll pretend that this is a countertop. So when you're doing your yoga, take your time standing up nice and tall, and the closer your feet are together, the more your body has to work the little muscles in between the bigger ones to balance you. So as you're standing and you're doing one leg or the other, the closer together as you bend forward or you're reaching or going side to side, it's a little harder. A little farther apart is, of course, just a little easier, but go where you're comfortable. You can challenge yourself some days, and some days you may just want to relax and stretch one way and then the other as far as you're comfortable. When my shoulder had hurt for a while, I couldn't lift as easily. When I would do I would just come partway over, and then on the other side, again, just as far as I'm comfortable only. So you do that yourself. Take your time, adjust, You can always be near or by a wall. Say the wall's here, you can move your mat there and hang onto a wall while we do this. Works wonderful too, or the back of a chair. But again, for some of these, countertop might work a little better. The first one we're going to do is a forward bend. So forward bend we do in yoga, bending our knees slightly, reaching down, kind of letting our body hang. You can also do that with that countertop right close by, kind of doing that forward bend, kind of letting your body relax, stretch. And again, just as far as you comfortably can. You can back up a little so the head and neck stretch through the arms a little bit more. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. If you come forward a little and your hips are pressing back, you can feel the stretch up the back of the legs and hips through the back a little bit more. And relax back. So we'll do one of the standing postures. So again, taking your time. For the tree, again, you can hang on to that chair if you'd like, or hand against the wall. We're going to bring our right knee to the side, raising one arm or both, and again, only letting go when you're comfortable. If you're a little wobbly, really nice to focus ahead and keep your hands at your sides. We're breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils with each breath. Focusing ahead again. If you have to hang onto the chair and let go again, that's fine. But as you get a little bit, feeling a little more balanced, a little bit, this becomes easier. You just want to hold it as long as you're comfortable. Focus ahead on that object. Really makes a difference. Breathing in and out through the nostrils with each breath. Do these each at least 10 to 12 seconds or a little longer. So now we're going to do the other side, of course. So that left knee to the side, wherever you're comfortable. And again, you can hang onto that chair till you're ready, or just let go as you're comfortable and focus on that object ahead. Take your time, breathing in and out through the nostrils. So again, arms can be at the sides or overhead, but you can tell if you look at me moving, sometimes that makes us feel unsteady. So focus away at an object. Maybe it's past your phone where you can see a window or a mirror or a lamp, whatever you'd like to focus on. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. At least that 10 to 12, even 15 seconds really helps to adjust your body, and it's so good for your brain. Really helps your body to balance in the space you're at without having to, okay, arms, are you out straight, or leg, are you balanced to the side? It is all that mind in that space working to help your mind work better. So again, the next one we're going to do, and we should be doing this all the way to our 80s, 90s, 100. We should be doing balancing too. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to do a back bend. So here again, always taking your time. So you can hang onto your countertop and step a little bit forward, and you're just going to lean back and look overhead. So if you're not near the countertop, you would just put your hands kind of, instead of by the sides, kind of back, kind of on the back of the waist, just above your hips. And then you'll look up toward the ceiling, stretching your stomach forward so you can balance. Looking up only as far as you're comfortable. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. You can either be hanging onto the countertop or hands kind of back on the back part of your back, just above the waist or right at the waist, or wherever you're comfortable. Again, just kind of feel where you're most comfortable. You're breathing in and out through the nostrils. And deep breath in. Relax back up. So again, taking your time, never going too far, really listening to your body. The next one we're going to do is we're going to be standing near that chair, and you're just going to take a deep breath in, and as we come forward, you can put your hands out to your side. So again, it can be right by that countertop, but you're just going to come forward with a flat back and raise your right leg back. So here again, just focus on the floor ahead or right up in front of your feet, wherever you're most comfortable. And keep your neck neutral. Breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Deep breath in, slowly raise up. So again, at least maybe 3 or 4 big breaths. Breathing in, lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, in and out through the nostrils. Or you can move a little farther apart. My hand was kind of bumping that, but again, you want that mat or a braided rug to kind of keep you more steady. It doesn't let your feet slide, kind of keeps you a little cushion there. So next again, we're coming forward, and now our left leg will go back. Again, only as far as you're comfortable. If you're near the counter, you can hang on a little bit and just kind of let go as you're comfortable. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So breathing in and out through the nostrils. Deep breath in, we'll slowly raise up again. So you can do it for those 3 or 4 breaths, and then you can also do it trying for as long as you can hold balance that way until you have to hang onto the chair or put your foot down. Really is a great way to develop that better sense of balance. And honestly, it is a lot about staring straight ahead, not watching movement around you. That's why if people are present, kind of it's a little harder. Or like me, if you watch me moving my hands at all, it even makes me feel like I'm going to be unbalanced because I see my hands move. So again, focusing on that object ahead. Can be a corner of a wall, a lamp. It can be anything you'd like to focus on during that time. And we're just going to do the other side again. Just focusing ahead on a lamp. Just one object for just those couple of deep breaths, at least that 3 to 4. So it's about 10 to 12 seconds at least, or a little longer if you can. But again, listening only to how you feel and not rushing it. When you're ready. So as long as you can. I found when I would do this without music, or I would just be doing it when I would be watching some videos on how to strengthen your brain, the network in your brain, and helping it work better together, and how much it talks so many different times from different scientists or different doctors and neurologists about how important to do your balancing. And it's like trying every day. And so when I first did it, and I do yoga a lot, all I could think of was, I would just do the standing like they were and doing it and maybe holding my hands at the sides. And I would always not even make it 8 seconds or 7. And I thought, oh my gosh. But again, just play with it. Do it when you can. They recommended, like, if you came to the sink and you're going to brush your teeth, so you would just kind of get your toothbrush ready, brush your teeth, do your brushing, because usually you do that for 1 or 2 minutes, trying to balance on one leg for a while, and then switch and do, maybe you're flossing your teeth, you're doing something else, or doing your mouthwash, gargling, and you're standing on the other foot. And again, as long as you can, but different times during the day. Maybe you're washing dishes, or maybe you are maybe sorting a drawer and getting things put away. Just think of those times, different times, when you can do just balance on one leg. So you can balance kind of with the leg back, or just in front a little bit or back, but any way you can, any way where you're only on one leg to balance for those times. amazing how it just becomes a little more natural. But every day, think of doing that. It can be you're going to read a book, you're going to sit down and read a book. Well, just set it on the counter, hold it, and read it for a while first while you're standing there, just to kind of get your body and mind working, to do that balancing at different times, to kind of challenge yourself. Maybe you hold it a little longer, maybe you have one leg out to the side, and so you're kind of keeping that weight balanced, over on the left side more as your right leg's up. Whatever you take to do it, amazing how much that will help your balance. Alter our lives. We really need to work on that, just like we need to work on lifting weights to keep our muscles strong, to keep our legs and hips, even the squats that you do to help all our muscles in our legs, keep us strong, to get up and down off the floor, getting down to pick up things under like a couch, maybe picking up things, we're lifting with our knees, kind of lifting up to support and not injure our back. So again, breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So side bend we're going to do next, and it's again really nice to kind of reach up and over as your body's lifting up, reach over. You can kind of put your hand pressing along the side to reach a little farther, or just go as far as you're comfortable, or you can hang on again to that chair. But again, don't go so far that you feel pain. That can be the countertop. You can have it close by, just to kind of reach to and stretch a little farther, or just letting that arm hang down, and then reach back up. Great. And again, this one is a balancing too, because your weight is all coming from the one side up and over. Your body's keeping you steady, and you can feel that little bit of like quivering or tiny bit of shaking a little bit as your body's trying to keep you upright, right? Excuse me, not tip over. So again, take your time, still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as one, each breath out, and back up again. So that balancing doesn't take in having to go onto one leg, because doing one leg and reaching over, you can't reach very far. But because you're reaching over and your body weight is so much over on this side, it does help that same way. You can feel the quivering as your legs are trying to keep you balanced. You're trying to keep from tipping too far. It's very light compared to when you're just standing on one leg or the other. All right, the next one we're going to do, so you always want to do a forward bend, back bend, twist. We're going to do the warrior. And this one we're going to just bring our right foot ahead, left one back. And you can have the toes straight out to the side, so see how they're straight out like this, or you can have them just at a little bit of an angle, whichever works fine. And you're kind of lining up the heel with the arch of the back foot when you're doing this one. Arms out shoulder height, and you can keep the knees straight or bent. It's a little more work when your knee is bent to kind of keep the body upright, where straight, you just think of the straight leg coming up and keeping you upright. So again, either way is fine. And here again, because our feet are kind of lined up, there's that little bit of shakiness, a tiny bit in our whole body. You can keep your arms straight at your sides. Again, you can hang on to the countertop, because countertop would be maybe about that height, or back of a chair, or the wall. That always works well too. And only go as far as you're comfortable. So a little bit easier is hanging onto something, also keeping the arms out of the sides. A little harder as you bring the arms up anywhere above the head. So you just listen to you. Focus ahead, and breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. And again, if you want to make it a little harder, you can look up towards your hands. But again, and that kind of gives you that back bend. Your stomach comes forward just a little. So you've got the twist and the back bend, and then relax. Again, so we're going to take our time, go to the left side. So in yoga, you can do the smaller moves and get lined up gently in between. Some people, even for the warrior, they'll stand like this, and they'll jump their feet apart or step the feet apart. Then they'll turn forward and do it that way too to line up gently. So again, there's many different ways to kind of get lined up lightly. So we're doing our left knee ahead, straight or bent, either way is fine. Focusing ahead, only going as far as you're comfortable, no pain is allowed. Breathing in and out through the nostrils with each breath. Focus wherever you're comfortable. It helps you to keep your balance so you don't feel like you're going to tip one way or the other. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. And again, wherever you're comfortable. You can always hang into the wall a little bit and only let go when you're comfortable. So again, listen to your body. Even when we were in the warrior yet, if you wanted to raise your arms up and look overhead, you get a little bit of that back bend on this side also. So again, just take your time. Listen to your body. So we're just going to stand up nice and tall. And so even with yoga, with those forward bends, back bends, and twists, you can tell that in our daily life, like we do a little more of the twist kind of as we're doing things, or turning, or a little bit, we do a few things with the back bends when we're kind of reaching up, stretching, or in the morning we're stretching, or laying on the floor, like the floor maybe is right here, laying on the floor flat and just pressing up so we get that back bend, that nice back bend through here. So there's different ways that you can do it. And I think the back bends and some of the twists we get not as much in during the day. We tend to get a lot of the forward bends, like we're picking up something. We're looking at our phone, we're at the keyboard looking, or, so we get more forward bends. So we tend to be a little tight when we're getting those back bends in. When we're getting some of those twists in side to side, we may not twist too far. So really incorporating some of those twists, those back bends, and even the forward bend, when you think of it, we don't bend too far, even bending down toward the floor, but even getting in that full forward bend, just think about how much more you're stretching, reaching, letting your body kind of get again lined up gently. So we're going to end now with just a few balancing ones again. And then right at the end, 2 to 3 nice deep breaths. So keep on that breathing, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing in and out through the nostrils with each breath. Take your time. Great. So the next one we're going to do a deep breath in. We're just going to bring our arms straight up overhead. And you can keep your hands together a little more, wherever you're comfortable. I kind of like to have them kind of just straight up, pointing up toward the ceiling. And you're just going to keep your arms towards your ears or head, the arm sides, and you're just going to reach to the right. And again, just as far as you're comfortable. And sometimes we can only go a little ways, but again, you're just strengthening that core. You can feel your body kind of getting a little wobbly. Again, don't go too far. Look straight ahead. So if your arms are out here farther, that's fine too, but you're going straight to the side, just like there's a line, and you're just going to that side, kind of keeping the arms about as far apart as you're comfortable. But again, just play with it. So if your arms are right here, that's fine. You're just going to go in that straight line to the left, as much as you're comfortable. If the arms are closer, but again, only as far as you're comfortable. So you can see again that stretch long around our right side, shortening up on this left side. I'm going to do each side, back up to neutral. And again, you can still hold that for 7, 8, 10 breaths, at least to the 10 to 12 if you can. And back. Very good. And relax. So again, you're getting those stretches each side. Your body's working to kind of keep you from tipping over, yet letting your one side get shorter as the other one kind of stretches longer, and then the other is stretching longer and shortening up on 7, arms out shoulder height. And you can do this on one leg or two. You're just going to turn a little bit one direction and just focus ahead. Just kind of focus on, it can be a wall socket, or it can be a window, or it can be a table or a chair, whatever you'd like. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Bring it back to center. Great. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to bend that knee. We're going to just turn slightly, keeping the arms straight out at your sides. Focus on that object ahead. Breathing in and out through the nostrils with each breath. So again, just movement, and if you feel uncomfortable doing each side, you can still hang onto that chair, stay steady. Reach one arm back a little, reach forward a little farther on that chair, and then when you're doing the other side, hanging on and turning that a little bit. But again, take your time, do that breathing. Try to do it for at least 10 seconds or 4 to 5 nice deep breaths. And just challenge yourself. Do it sometimes during the day when you're doing something like maybe you're cooking and you've got to stir the meal, or you're baking or something, and just do the stirring for that time. Trying not to hang on to the counter, but just doing it as much as you can. You can hang on also and then keep stirring. But again, trying to work up to that 10 seconds to 12 to 15, whatever you can, but at least getting to that 10 seconds, standing, balancing on one leg and the other. And as you're kind of practicing that, doing it different days, every day of the week, you will find better balance. You'll find that you feel, so you're strengthening your core as one leg's balancing, your whole body's lifting you upright. It just really feels so good to be balancing, getting some side bends in, getting some forward bends in as you bend forward, scrunching the stomach, back bends, reaching, kind of pressing back, getting that back bend, that neck curve in the back. We're hanging on with the hands. So we're going to do 2 deep breaths to finish. And here again, take your time. We're going to take a deep breath in, reaching up, back, stomach coming forward, breathe out, rounding forward, reaching, almost like you're grabbing a beach ball. Deep breath in, and breathe out, rounding forward, grabbing that beach ball, stretching the stomach, and relax. So that's always too a good way to start. Just starting in the center, feet pressing down, vertebrae up, kind of relaxing your neck and shoulders. Sometimes I even just shake out my hands and legs when I start, because that just kind of lets me start fresh. Balancing, doing stretches on either side. That balancing, practicing that is wonderful. And also just getting some forward bends, back bends, and twists. Next Wednesday, we'll do more on the floor. But today I just wanted to really impress how important to do some balancing, whether it's just one leg to the side, if it's too easy to just stand straight up with it bent, and just do that for a few 10 seconds, that 4 to 5 good breaths, maybe it's 6 to 8 good breaths. Focus ahead, helps with your balance so much. Don't close your eyes when you're standing and balancing. Not a good idea. So really take your time. And you can always do little arm movements or rolls, but just focus ahead. Again, so challenge yourself gently. Don't get hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself so bad if you're not able to do it very easily at first. But you'll find that strength coming. You'll find that balancing getting easier as you focus ahead. Kind of just give your mind to the thoughts of the breathing, balancing gently, relaxing the shoulders. So keep it very simple at first and only add little arm movements or out to the sides as you need it, which is fine too. Really a good idea. Keep the arms out to the side if you'd like. Again, whatever works, just really bring that balancing into your life. Take your time. You'll find that as your body connects to your way you feel or the way your body's lining up, or maybe you've been lifting or you've been pulling weeds or you've been working on a vehicle or doing different jobs and you feel kind of out of sorts, when you get that forward bend, the back bend, and the twist side to side or side to side this way, whatever way, you'll start to feel, hopefully, wherever that achiness or pain or your sciatic nerve is out a little, hopefully that'll kind of help balance. But again, don't stretch so far that you feel pain, thinking, oh, it's so tight here, I can really stretch. Don't go so far it hurts. Again, only as far as you're comfortable, holding for that 4 breaths, 3 breaths, whatever it takes, or doing a few nice stretch one side, then going back, doing the other one. Again, as far as you're comfortable only, and then go back and you do the other one. So again, kind of helping the body balance, stay connected, feeling in that moment what your body feels like now. Those couple deep breaths, just feeling that breath come in and out. Am I feeling tense? Am I feeling tired? Is it nice just to close my eyes right now? Just those little thoughts that are coming in, just kind of letting your body relax and just feel relaxed, ready to go. So thanks for joining today and hope you have a great day. Bye.